Hi, 7th grade. I'm going to read from The 5 People Who Meet in Heaven. 2 days later, she awoke with a scream. He drove her to the hospital in the pre-dawn silence. They spoke in short sentences, what doctors might be on, who Eddie should call, and even though she was sitting in the seat next to him, Eddie felt her in everything, in the steering wheel, in the gas pedal, in the blinking of his eye, in the clearing of his throat. Every move he made was about hanging on to her. She was 47. You have the card? She asked him. The card, he said blankly. She drew a deep breath and closed her eyes, and her voice was thinner, but she resumed speaking as if that breath had cost her dearly. Insurance, she croaked. Yeah, he said quickly. I got the card. They parked in the lot and Eddie shut the engine. It was suddenly too still and too quiet. He heard every tiny sound, the squeak of his body on the leather seat, the clunk of the door handle, the rush of outside air, his feet on the pavement, the jangle of his keys. He opened the door and helped her get out. Her shoulders were scrunched up near her jaws, like a freezing child. Her hair blew across her face. She sniffed and lifted her eyes to the horizon. She motioned to Eddie and nodded toward the distant top of the big white amusement ride, with red carts dangling like tree ornaments. You can see it from here, she said. The Ferris wheel, he said. Home, she said. Because he had not slept in heaven, it was Eddie's perception that he had not spent more than a few hours with any of the people he'd met. Then again, without night or day, without sleeping or waking, without sunsets or high tides or meals or schedules, how did he know? With Marguerite, he wanted only time, more and more time, and he was granted it, night times and daytimes and night times again. They walked through the doors of the assorted weddings and spoke of everything he wished to speak about. At a Swedish ceremony, Eddie told her about his brother Joe, who had died 10 years earlier from a heart attack, just a month after purchasing a new condominium in Florida. At a Russian ceremony, she asked if he had kept the old apartment, and he said he had, and she had said she was glad. An outdoor ceremony in a Lebanese village, he spoke about what happened to him here in heaven, and she seemed to listen and know at the same time. And he spoke about the blue man and his story, why some die when others live. He spoke about the captain and his tale of sacrifice. When he spoke about his father, Marguerite recalled the many nights he had spent enraged at the man, confounded by his silence. Eddie told her that he had made things square, and her eyebrows lifted and her lips spread, and Eddie felt an old, warm, familiar feeling he had missed for years, the simple act of making his wife happy. I hope you enjoyed this part of the reading. If you guys have time in class, please discuss what we read. All right, take care.